This HAN Network video is brought to you by Coastal Orthopedics.
To see these guys to get, never mind to win the Fciac once, but to do it back-to-back is a real credit to these kids, and I'm really, really proud of them. Michael McGarvey in particular, who has been hurt all season. He's had a hamstring sprain. I think he got about 12, 13 goals for us last year. He's only had, I think, 2 or 3 before tonight. And the kid's playing on one leg. He's out there, he's hobbling. And for him to go out and get 2 goals tonight, just pure will, I couldn't be prouder of my boy.
Like I said, talk about his determination on playing both goals.
Both goals. The first one, again, I thought it was a great overlapping run. Mason hit good ball into Stolly, and Stolly ripped it, put the inside post, bounce back up, and again, these guys, the fight that they have to keep pounding that goal, and Michael to be there. And again, that second one, when he saw that ball going down, again, with that pulled hamstring, to be able to sprint up the field and get in position for that ball to be served, again, is a credit to Mike. Kid's got a heart.
How much did you expect?
I think we did a little bit tonight. I mean, being here before the senior class, and I know last year we were a little nervous getting out here. It took us a good 10, 15 minutes to get going. I didn't see that from them tonight. I thought from the go, we were ready to go. This is a really top-notch team dealing in. Really great competitors. They really fought us with their physical aspect, their speed. We were struggling keeping up with them in the air, but as the game went on and we got more comfortable, we started moving the ball and we started playing double soccer.
Twice in a row. I mean, last year was kind of a new experience. This year, you kind of expected to win. Talk about the kids not getting
and that's
like
it.
I said, those senior
moments. We had a little bit of senioritis at the beginning of the year. I think they came in a little bit overconfident, not realizing what we had to do. And we talked about it, that we were going to have these ups and downs, trying to keep their heads and get them every week getting better. We didn't need to be playing our best soccer the first day. I know there were some people out there saying, oh, maybe Ludlow's not as strong as everybody's saying. I didn't care about the first week or 2. It was about getting them playing, figuring out our combinations, our positions, getting stronger as the season went. And obviously, I think we did that. The kids are playing their best soccer that we've seen all year. They've come together as a team, and hopefully we can keep going here in States.
Tie the game dramatically, and then 4 minutes later they come down and score.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, and I said we kind of got back in the game. We then, when we should have slowed the game down and relaxed a little bit, we went to sleep, and it only takes one mistake to cost you a game, and unfortunately we were on the wrong end of it. But I thought it was a very good game.
Where's the buzz?
We both know how each other play. I think we kept most of their stuff from distance. Obviously the first goal from their end was a deflection. Our end, I thought Pablo, that was a very good finish for our goal. And I think you saw both teams give everything they had, and again we committed one too many mistakes today that ended up costing us the game.
You say a lot of times in these pressure situations when the opponent scores a goal, other teams can get deflated, but you seem like your kids rallied and played even harder until, like you said, Pablo scored the goal and tied the game.
Yeah, I think we just kept grinding away and kept playing. Obviously, it was a very tough physical game. They're a very good football team that can move the ball around really well. But yeah, we never gave up. We kept going, and I said now you got to regroup and get ready for next week.
And just what did you see from McCardle's second goal down there? It seemed like it was a nice cross.
I just said I've got to go back and watch the video because he was very wide open for the goal, which when we switch back to our regular system and we've got that many defenders and midfielders on the field, he shouldn't be that wide open with 4 minutes left in the game. So obviously I was watching the same game as you guys, so I've got to go back and watch just to see how we managed to sneak in there. But I thought it was a good header.
What is it about Ludlow? You know, you've lost 2 games this year, both to them.
Yeah, but I think both. Yeah, but I mean, I think both games are completely different. The second game of the season to today. was different. They're a very good team, and in this league everyone goes through their sticky patch. They hit their sticky patch halfway through the season.
Right.
I don't think we were on I don't think we were any worse than them today. I think that again we made one too many mistakes that ended up costing us.
You wouldn't think it was a factor that they've been here before, and you?
No, I don't think. No, because we've been to the semi-finals and things like that. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think pressure factored into either team today. I think both teams played, to be honest, like it was just a regular game, which was nice to see. But again, the challenge now is regrouping for next week. Yeah, they couldn't give any more. As I said, everyone who was on the field and on the bench was excellent today. As I said, there's nothing more the kids could have done. As I said, the coach's job now is to go and figure out what mistakes we made and fix them next week and try and get back to the semi-finals or final of the state tournament. Okay. What we have to do now is refocus and get ready for next week. Right? There's 16 other teams that would love to have been in this game tonight, right? And again, right, when we switched it back with 4 minutes left, I've got to go and watch the video to see how he got so wide open. Because we were 4-5-1, and this is what we've got to think of when we move on to next week, when we go through these situations again. Has that geezer got a free header when we're sitting in a 4-5-1? I don't know. I'm going to go watch, and I'll have an answer for you by Sunday. Okay? Right? And again, other than a couple of mental lapses, you guys played well tonight. Okay? We kept them at bay. We knew what they were going to do. We defended well from the throw-ins and set pieces. Okay? Right? And they got one lucky goal on us. Okay? Right? But we have to refocus. What we don't want to do is fit into the typical scenario of we lost in a final and we'll go out in the first round. No. On Tuesday, we come out, right, and we make Ridgefield feel like some of you guys feel right now. If this hurts, this is good, right? Because the only way for this not to happen again is to win your next 5 games, right? Which we're fully capable of, right? We keep raising the bar, and again, for you underclassmen that are going to be here in this competition again, let's come back next year and win it, right? Because tonight you had kids that had played in this program for the last 4 or 5 years that came to watch you. So we want to be here next year, right, for the seniors that are moving on, so they've got to figure out how they're going to get here and watch you in next year's final. Okay? Because we don't want to go backwards. Okay?